Hello once more, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Whoop. We have got 40 grand in the bank, so I think it might be time to go and poke at the auction, see if I can buy a car I actually want this time. Okay, here we go, starting with the Salem Kieran. Salam. I don't really want it. I'll have it for cheaps. Under 5 grand? No. So, holding up something super cheap or super interesting. Now, I've already got a Reno Picciolo, so you can stuff that right up the bank hole. Cherchez la voiture. Oh, it's another Salem Spectre. It's a little bit more interesting. That's why it's starting at 20 grand. Go on, put some bids in for this. I don't really want to spend more than 25 grand. One more bid. Alright, that's it. Come on, it's going to go for that. No. So is this going to be sub 30? No. It's also interesting, I don't know what the today means, and whether that means if we could go back to the garage when this is all finished, the garage, and then come back again, I don't know. No, excuse me. A Real Crown. I don't know why this is worth 7.5 grand. I'm not interested in that really. No, there's anyone else. Go on. No, I want something good looking. A Royale GTR. It's in 4 stars at 9.5. Well, this looks practically new. Look at this fantastic eye-searing, just a yellowy green. I'll have a bit of that. This isn't going to go very cheap at all, is it? Well, if I do buy this, about the only thing I'll be able to purchase is a Mallock, if there is one. Is this going to go for under 30 grand? Oh, it's in such a good state, you're not going to make much money on it, are you? Alright, that's it, me done. Wow, could actually go for more than I've got anyway. Certainly close enough to how much I had that I'd be too nervous at this point anyway. Nope, there we go. Just over the amount of money I've got. Just as it sells. I wonder if it's waiting to price me out. I don't know. Who knows what strange AI might be behind the auctions. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is a Mayan M8. So I imagine it's meant to be like a BMW. It's a bit like being able to talk. I can't imagine this is going to go for much less than 25 grand either. Well, if we can get it for half that. So no higher than 15, 16k. Go on, one more. Ooh, even though it's 17. Nah, I'm not interested really. I mean, I'm faintly interested in how much it goes for. Of course, you know, it could start off with going up higher amounts at first if it's nowhere near its amount. You know, like in a normal auction, you'd go up like 500 to go, and then over only a couple hundred to go, and then maybe you finish off by going up, you know, quarters and 35k. There we go. So with 5 cars left, we've come up with the Del Boy Impersonator. 20 grand. I wouldn't mind one of these, but I don't really want to pay that much for it. I mean, it's in fairly good nick, 3 stars. So, you know, I'll bid a little bit. Oh, I thought I was going to get it then. Sub 25 would be nice. It's not going to happen, obviously. Well, I don't want to be paying much more than this. I don't really want a 3-star card, to be honest. I mean, I might as well get one that's really knackered and then do it up. Do I get that? No. I think I just stopped. 30's a bit too high for me for that. Mine M6. Don't really want an estate. In fact, I've got a horrible feeling I've already bought one of these. So, let's see how much it goes for. Wow, seems quite cheap. Next up, another Dull Boy impersonation, another 3-star one as well. So variety not high today. Now, if I had a memory, I'd know how much the last one went for. Yeah. Alright. Oh, there it goes, 27. 3 cards left. Crikey, more cards we've already had. It's like it's been out in the same colour as before, but it's been out in the sun for about 8 years. Go on, I'll have a bit of that at 20 grand. I do wonder if when the bar's going around on the timer, when it's right in the last quadrant, if you could buy then, whether that interrupts it, because it doesn't seem anyone else is going to when it gets to that point. Or whether it does truly reset it, allowing other people to bid in. I don't know. Okay, well I don't know if this is the last car or if there's one more after this, but I'm not particularly excited by this. I can get it for like very cheap, but people just keep bidding on this stuff. 8 grand. Right, 9 grand is the most I'm prepared to pay. There you go, 9.5 wins it. So let's find out. Is there one more left? Was that it? One more left. Hey, it's a Malloc! A really knackered one. This is what I was I missed out on last time because I was so amused by the boot dropping open when it arrived. And there was only like 2 bids on it. There we go. Look, I bought it for virtually nothing. Stick in the garage. Well, it's not. It's the last car available today, so we're going back to the garage now anyway. I assume. Or do we just sit here until we press quit? I think we'd be sitting here until we press quit. Right, so there it is. Our tiny little amusing car with its improbably perfect interior, despite the fact the outside looks like it's been killed by some large beast. Right, okay, things I need to do, just to check to see if there's anything I can repair in my inventory. No. Have I sold everything in my inventory? Not quite. Let's do that. Right, now let's remove all the bits from this. See if we can fix any of them. It doesn't have any lights. No. Trunk. Right. Oh, rear lights. Come off. So I think that's all the bodywork that you can physically take off. Let's see if there's any of that's fixable. Oh yeah. Gonna break some of it. There you go. Broke a door. And there's something else. Alright. So that's some of that's pretty much perfect now, so we can go around and stick it back on. How about that? Not the door. The trunk looks pretty good. Bumper, not so much. No suitable parts to assemble. The hood. Bumper maybe? No. Tail lights. Oh yeah, saved myself an absolute fortune there. So there we go, so I've still got still got the fenders as they call them. Okay, good. Yeah, there we go. So it's already looking better. How about that local sports team? So now, whoops, I didn't mean to. Oh, let's pop that back on. I just wanted to open it. Can I open it? Oh, I'm in assemble, of course. Yeah. No. So basically, we just want to remove the engine. So presumably, if I just pull really hard, it'll just pop out. That's how engines work, right? Alright, let's take him out of Malak. So it's quite different to a lot of the other vehicles that are in the game. As you can tell, it's got all sorts of strange designs. Everything's a little bit weird. This is the air filter, yeah. Alright, engine head. It's all a bit weird. Yeah, many bolts. Good. I wasn't actually planning to do this time. I was just going to buy another vehicle and start saving up money again, but we didn't spend that much money. Let's see how much this costs. We've got 39 grand to start with. See how much rebuilding a Malak from the ground up, pretty much anyway, costs. Some of these parts will repair, but many of them will need replacing. So that's all very. I want to get this up to a top quality, so oh, there we go. A little bit of gear, crankshaft thingies. So hold on, let's probably attach the gearbox or something. Alright, let's get these valve rods out. What's next? Oh, carburetor. The air intake in the carburetor itself. Exhaust manifold. Ignition wires. What were they plugging into? Here we go, spark plugs. So let's take all that off, but to take that off I need to take this off. Thermostat cover. That's where things are. The valve rods go up and down, so this is presumably the engine here, the engine box in there. So, ignition distributor. Oh, take out the rotor arm. Distributor. Now we can take out the camshaft. Oh, the muffler. Oh, it's just the muffler. I did wonder where the exhaust was. It's this strange octopus-like device. Looks like someone's attached a 60s Hoover to the car. Alright, good. Getting there. So, stick off the manifolds either side. And then we may be able to get off. Oh no, I have to take off these fan nonsense. Cool. The rear and then the front, or front and rear, whatever way you want to call it. There we go. Fuel pump. But we can remove the engine head now. Any bolts, or in this case nuts by the looks of it. There we go. That gives us access to the pistons and cylinders. I might need to remove a oil tank, oil pan or something. Oil tube cover. Yeah, there's an oil pan to get rid of, so we could do that. Anything else we can get out from in here? Not an awful lot. Oh, what's that? Ignition coil. Stuck to the side of the inside of the car. Alright, let's pop it up on a lifter and get out the oil. Oh, whilst just doing that, it could be getting the oil delivery system or oil exit system, I suppose it is. So, that must be it there. So, I'm imagining that is it. No, that's the flywheel cover. This is the oil pan. Where's the drain hole? Does it have a drain hole? Ah, oil drain plug. Okay. Which one again? That. Oh my god, that's all freaky movement. Right, so I need to put that to one side. It's like, it was probably okay where it was. There we go. Let's see if that was any good. Right, how much oil is in that thing? Right, okay. That didn't cost me anything, so obviously went successfully. So now we can remove the oil pan. That should allow us access to the rest of the engine gubbins, pistons, etc. If there are such things in here. Can't take off the pistons from here. There's no retaining sleeves for the cranky camshafty thing. That's right. That's my knowledge. That's my knowledge plus memory equals Say what? But I can take these out now. Awesome. I should be able to remove the cylinders. So they just slide up these retaining tubes. So now, I need to take off the gearbox before I can access the rest of it, of course. Oh, I have to take the star track from underneath. How quaint. Thanks for popping me away from where I wanted to be. So, starter motor. What's this? Hot air pipe. Let's get rid of that. Cool air pipe. Okay, whatever. And I need to get rid of the axles to... Oh, I don't need to take the wheels off. Look, awesome. So I take these out so I can access the gearbox. Alright, and I should be able to whip off. Gearbox. Nope. Gearbox is still attached to something. Oh, the gearbox wants... Oh no, hang on. Ah, there's something under here. What's this? Flywheel cover. Alright, there we go. Now we can remove the gearbox. Okay. I thought maybe there was another bit of kit attached in the gearbox, but no, it's just something attached to the gearbox. So with that out of the way, we should be able to get A at the clutch. Once we remember how clutches work. Because these are the same in all vehicles. Release bearing first. Then the pressure plate, then the plate and the flywheel. That's a big flywheel for a titsy little car. And then we should be able to take the crankshaft out. Except for in this situation where there's some weird other stuff to do first. Oh, it's just front plate thing. Oh, I see. Okay, this is a crankshaft. I thought it was just part of the internal part. Alright, so once that's off, we should now be able to remove the crankshaft. Okay, and then we can take off the engine block, which is apparently only accessible from above, as is this tube. Alright, okay, back to where we were. Yes, yes, obstructed by my head. Oh, come on. Well, this thing could land on my head, I wouldn't notice. Alright, so there we go, one engine block removed. Cool air pipe removed. Fuel tank from underneath, typical. Oh, what's that? I didn't see that. What's fuel filters hovering in the air? Let's get rid of that. Alright, might as well take all these off as well. 4 bolts hold on the wheels of my wagon. Drum brakes a go-go. These are probably all knackered. Pretty iffy looking. How do I need to get this? Alright, drive... What? What? Accessible from undercar. Okay, whatever. Take the suspension off. Oh, or not. It's like an old bush. Support bracket. So there's bits to take off still. How did that come off? I'm sure I did this before. Whatevs. Oh, I just haven't got the wheel off. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure I could do this earlier. Yes, but there's parts you haven't done. There we go. Oh. Is there 2 rings on top of that? Is that what I was missing? Very probably. Alright, that's all that done. Need chocolate wheels. Chocolatey wheels. Diddly diddly did. Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's more complicated than I thought it was at the front here. Oh, that's an interesting looking outer spring doohickey. There's the battery at the front there. I hadn't noticed that before. That's to counterbalance the weight of the engine, I guess. Brake pump. What else can we remove? Wow, not deal with all this before. It says front small rubber bearing. Oh, okay. Front knuckle pin. Suspension thing. Leaf spring from underneath, that makes sense. And then all these brakes can come off. A rubber bushing. So you need to get underneath to take all that other stuff off. Fair enough. And then our Mallock will be naked. Naked as the day it was created in the factory. Right, so let's get the steering thingy off. Flexible clamps holding on this big single spring suspension at the front. I'm just making it nice and wobbly from side to side. Okay, good. And then we can maybe take apart the wheel. Okay, there's a central little nut, and then they take the hub, and then the knuckle off. Okay. Oh, didn't quite. Where is it? There we go. So we've already taken this off on the other side. So we can take off these little bushings that hold on the front knuckle pin to the suspension arm, which links to the hub. Oh, I just got this little bit on first, little wheel hub bearing, then the hub, then the knuckle. Oh, I'm taking this little bushing and the knuckle. And there's a bit more bushing there. Battery I can't take out at the moment, but we can take out the fuel tank whilst we're here. Alright, oh, and these final, crikey, how many bolts? There's final parts of the suspension at the back. Take out your bushings first. They're going to be a pain to remember. Let's put back in. What am I missing there? I do need a hub on here as well. Aha. There we go. So they look much more simplistic. But they're complicated in their own manner. It is different, which is nice, because so many of the vehicles are the same. Alright, so take off the hub. Take off this rear bit. Oh no, I'm not taking off the brakes yet. Or whatever this front bit is. This? Oh no, yeah, it is the brakes. Alright, hub. Oh, suspension arm with all its many little bolts. Oh, there we go. A little bushing, a couple of bolts. Then we can remove this, and then the rear knuckle. Okay, so that's everything out of the vehicle. No floating parts that I can. Oh, there's the battery, of course. Of course. Right. Let's see if we can actually click on the lifter button, and then we can remove the battery, and then that is everything. There we go. Right, one battery. Good. So now we've got a list of crap, none of which is much cop. So now we can go and visit the fixie bench and press click and then escape lots of times. This needs to go bing 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 donk, bing 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 donk. It's fun, isn't it? This is what fixing stuff is like. And I don't know why more people don't do it either. It's a relatively straightforward and easy job. You gotta remember not to press escape too often, otherwise it goes a bit wrong, but otherwise it's... Oh, I'm not fixing these bits, look. There we go. The fact you have to fix things multiple times gives you a much more than 10% chance of breaking something. So, I don't know, all around I'm not particularly keen on this repair thing. You don't feel very, you know, engaged in it. You don't know how much it's saving or how much it's costing when something breaks or what's... There's no actual result. I mean, look, it says 100%. Right, that's great. So these are all 100%, but what happens to the broken one? It just says you broke it. Just double check that next time I don't click through it straight away. Oh, these bits are all fixed. Okay, so most of them are fixed. Some of them go down to like 2 or 5% though, which is a shame. So this is where you want to be able to sell everything that isn't 100%. So it sells the junk, but it doesn't sell all of the crap, which is a shame. I'd also like a button that would be nice to be able to just buy replacement parts. So for everything that's under 100%, it can just buy a replacement, please, and sell the other one. It's getting a bit technical now, I guess. But you know, there's large parts of the game which you're just trying to remember what you need to buy and then buying it, which you could get rid of. I'm not sure that's much to do with being a mechanic. So anyway, there we go. There's our denuded, what do you call it, Malloc. It's a Malloc. So, and then I can leave that on the lifter there, so I can still do a job with it, sort of in situ. Which is, I guess, what I'll do. I could paint it a nice colour. Can I move it even without its wheels? Can I move it to the paint shop? Ugh. I mean, it's not like this one, where you'd have to actually take it outside, and there'd be no point to path testing it without wheels, whereas this, you can stick it on a trolley jack or something. You can literally just pick it up and put it in there. It's made out of paper or something, I'm sure. Anyway, that's enough moaning. I'll stick some wheels on it when they're fixed, and then we can paint it something so at least it looks nice and gaudy. I mean, nice and pretty. It could be prettifying the garage, the office, what do you want to call it, whilst we're here. Good, right, well that's that for today. So I hope that was of some interest, looking at the insides of a Malloc, like all the different parts coming off of it. They're nice and cheap to purchase at the auction. So once we've fixed it up, we'll see how much it's worth. I think it cost me about a couple of grand to buy. There we go. Right, good. Thank you very much. Come back next time and we'll see more Mallocing and so forth. Till then, ta-ra!